Hey everyone, my name is Avey, and welcome to the guide to the December 2023 pre-wipe event tasks Down the Rabbit Hole Part 3 and Part 4. They'll be together in this video because Part 4 will only take you a couple of seconds. Before we get into the tasks though, just as a reminder, if you like the video please leave a like, if you dislike it you can leave a dislike, and if you've enjoyed this video or any other one in this series, consider subscribing. So on to Part 3 of the questline. This one's actually really difficult, I'll be straight up. You have to place 2 Wi-Fi cameras inside of the Lexus building on streets. Then you have to go up to the car dealership closed section key and get some documents from there. Next, you have to go to customs to stash the documents. Then you have to shoot a flare in between the dorms buildings and you have to extract. The worst part about this quest though is you have to do all of that without dying, without running through, without disconnecting, and also without killing scavs. If you have any friends that play Tarkov, this is the time to call the group in and do this quest together, because it's extremely hard to go into Lexos, go into dorms and survive without killing any scavs or dying. It's extremely hard. But if you have at least one friend that also plays Tarkov, it becomes significantly easier and cheaper to do it. First of all, they can bodyguard you throughout the whole quest, killing scavs, making sure everything's empty so you don't go into a place where there's 4 people camping. And also, it will make the quest significantly cheaper as the Lexus closed section area key is very expensive. But there is a 2-man boost you can do up to the window of it and get in without using the key every time you die. Now onto the things you're going to need for the quest. You're going to need 2 Wi-Fi cameras and either the big yellow flare or the small yellow flare cartridge with the signal gun. If you're going to do this quest solo, you're also going to need the car dealership closed section key because you can't boost up, right? Or you can just wait till the end of the raid and hope that someone opened it before you. So once you have your 2 Wi-Fi cameras, you're going to want to go to streets. The spots where you place the cameras and also take the documents you need for the quest are inside of the Lexos building in the middle of the map. You're going to want to head to this area inside of the Lexos building, not just the camp. You can come from either side, either that one I just came through, or if you've spawned on the other side of the map, you can use this gate. Just beware of the claymores on either side of the camp. Then you just head to the inside like before. The first method I'm going to be showing you is for solos or any squads that don't want to do any boosts. This one requires the key, but it also shows you the position of the first Wi-Fi camera placement spot. You go up these wooden stairs, up to the first floor, and on your right there's going to be a box with sandbags on top of it. Here, you're just going to crouch down next to it and start placing. After that, you're going to want to turn around and go to this iron door. For this one, you're going to want the car dealership closed section key I talked about earlier. Once you're in, you're going to want to head to the back left of the room. The 2 tables with sandbags on top of them are where you're going to be placing the second camera. You can either see if you get the prompt in the middle of the table like this, or you could also get it on the bottom of the right hand side of the table. Once placed, you're going to be searching for the documents in this area. The first spot to check is inside of this pizza box. The second one is if you turn around under this wooden crate. And the last one is a little bit further away towards the entrance. It should be sticking out of the folded mattress under the table. There's usually some good loot in this area, some bitcoins, some military radios, stuff like that. And if you have the key to that door, you could also check that for loot, but it all depends on whether you want to stay here and loot or just get out as soon as possible. Now onto the 2-man boost. You're going to want to find the sign with Kaban's face on it, and behind it there should be 2 stacks of cement and building materials. The first person doing the boost will jump up to there, and onto the wooden ledge in front of him. Then he's gonna walk across and stand in the corner. Then the person wanting to go to the room will also jump up to that ledge. Then on top of the booster's head, on top of the other wooden ledge, onto the window railing, walk across it and get into the room. It's not a terribly difficult setup for the boost. There's a lot of small details you have to keep in mind while doing this, so you don't waste time during the actual raid on jumping up, falling down, making noise, and attracting more players. The first detail is that the guy doing the actual boosting and crouching in the corner needs to have a tri-zip on his back. Then to line up the boost correctly, you need to notice this line on the wood on the wall. That's where you need to have your knee during the actual boost as close as possible. Then you can either use your laser or sight, and you need to aim down in the middle of this cardboard. So jump up the building materials, then into the middle of the first wooden ledge, crouch, look right, look down, and walk slowly forwards till your left knee touches the wall in front of it. Then you want to aim your gun down to the middle of the cardboard. If you aim anywhere else, it might push you off and you're gonna have to get back in position. Then you're gonna stay in this exact position and wait for your teammate to jump up. This might be a little bit of an exposed spot because you can't really look anywhere without falling down, and so if you have a third person that can be a bodyguard, it will help immensely. As for the guy wanting to go to the room, he'll do the exact same steps, but instead there will be a guy boosting him which he can jump on top of and go further. So first box, second box, into the left side of the second window frame, because there's going to be a guy on the other side of it blocking that half where the first guy jumped, right? So first jump, second jump, onto the left side of the window still, then walk slowly forward, jump on top of your friend's head, onto the second window still, and then onto the iron window frame, walk across, and go inside. After that you can do your stuff inside of the room. When you're coming down from the room, you have to go back up to the iron window frame, then you have to walk across it, drop down to the wooden wall, jump on top of your friend's head and walk down. Alternatively, you can jump out the other side by mistake, and you're gonna end up in a pretty bad situation. In this case, either the third bodyguard or the guy boosting has to run across and save you from there because there might be scavs and people shooting at you, so you're just gonna come over here and you're gonna rescue your friend. Make sure not to go over to this side of the wall because there's actually claymores outside. If you're the one that dropped down, just go over to the left side and hang around behind these boxes while a friend comes to rescue. Don't shoot the scavs! If the person that was boosting you stayed on the ledge, you can just go up and try again. Once you're done with everything you need to do for the quest inside that room, don't forget to come to this side and place the Wi-Fi camera at that box like before. Then go ahead and run to your nearest extract while not killing scavs again. Remember that. Once you're in your stash, you're going to want to put on the best gear you have at that time. This will increase your chances of survival even if your friends die, because customs dorms is just a place where people go, you know? Then you're going to want to buy the yellow flares you're going to use in between the dorms. Once you have them, start loading into customs. With customs, you might actually get the closest spawn to the dorms, and it doesn't matter whether you take the stairs or the front entrance, you might just want to rush there. Go over to the third floor of the dorms while clearing everything with your bodyguards. Then, turn left on the top floor and head straight down until you reach the bathroom at the end. Inside of there is a toilet, inside of which you need to place the documents you got from streets. For some people it works by looking straight into the toilet, some people need to go from the left side or from the right side. Just find a spot where you can place and just start placing. Once you've done that, you want to go back down from the dorms and over to the courtyard area. I personally wouldn't go through the front door because you're going to be really exposed, so you might want to go through the back and check if the car is there, and also check the courtyard area before you enter it. What you're going to be looking for is the playground area in between the two dorms buildings. Go into the middle of that, take out your flare, aim straight up, then a little bit down, just a few degrees, and fire it like that. If you don't aim it correctly, it might not register the task like this, and you might need more flares. That's why we bought so many of them. So aim up all the way you can, then a little bit down, just a little bit. Once you've done that and you hear the quest pop ready to be completed, go over to the car if you have it there. If not, look where your extracts are and go very slowly and very patiently over to your extract. Once you've extracted, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, go to Skier and hand in the quest before you get any backend error or something that, you know, it just BSG things, right?
It will be so fucking huge, innovative and groundbreaking mechanics.
After that, go over to proper, accept part 4, and hand over a bear buddy. If you're doing this a bit later into the event, this quest will already be completed and you'll probably only get the complete button when you accept it, and part 5 will be waiting for you. But yeah, that's that. Congratulations, this was one of the hardest quests if you've done it legit, and yeah, just hats off. And if you liked the video, you know, leave a like. If you dislike it, you can leave a dislike, as I said at the start, and make sure to watch the next part if you're interested. Thanks so much.